Good afternoon, or whatever time of day you might watch me, which not very many of you are going to watch, but something's been kind of just weighing on me over the last few days since the Super Bowl. And it has to do with an ad that was run by a company called He Gets Me. It seems like instantly after this company came out with their first ads, which was, I don't know, a few years ago, I can't remember, people have jumped on one side or the other with attacking them. Like it's just been big bandwagon thing to jump on these guys. Let me tell you what. If you're watching the Super Bowl and Jesus is mentioned, and it's obviously in a positive light, and you think more should have been done about condemning the people or making people feel bad about what they were doing, you need to really check your heart. And that's not just a John Christ song. Because let me tell you what. Jesus said to love your neighbor. Jesus did not say convert your neighbor into a Christian. Disciple your neighbor. Make your neighbor feel bad about their behavior. Okay? We were all met by Jesus at one point or another at our lowest of low. And it was probably in the form of a person. He probably came to you and loved you in the form of a person, maybe a family member, maybe a friend, maybe an old church member. I was a scumbag. And a lot of people had given up on me. But at some point, somebody who knew me all my life and knew I could do better loved me out of that. More than one somebody, but somebody. And so it bothers me to think that seeing pictures of people having their feet washed by Christians somehow bothers Christians. Okay, grow up a little bit. You should be more mature than that. It's the people that aren't there yet that you need to be reaching with love. You go ahead, try and give them condemnation or convict them. They already don't want to be a part of anything you're doing because you've not shown them an ounce of love. They get better love, or at least love, from the world, and that's why they're there. So figure it out. Love your neighbor. Don't say, I can't love that one because his sin's too gross for me. Are you kidding? When Jesus was on the cross, he was already interceding for the people murdering him. So show a little class as a Christian and love your neighbor. And if you've got a problem with an ad saying that, regardless of if they're woke or not, they may be. But I think it was Peter that said, hey, who cares who did it? Jesus was just glorified. Get out there. Do your job. Quit criticizing other people for showing you something. That's how I feel about it. God bless you. Love your neighbor.